Hi, my name is Alfred.
And my name is Fabia, and we are both from People Just Like Us. People Just Like Us want to change hearts to change policies. We can and should do a lot more to welcome asylum seekers and people going through the refugee experience to our country. We're a wealthy country that's quite capable of this. The High Court has passed a decision to allow asylum seekers, including children and babies, to return them to Nauru. We really want all the groups to cooperate, to unite as one voice, to ask for justice now for asylum seekers and refugees. The second thing that we want is to ask you, wherever you are in Australia, could you please go and follow our example to let each Member of Parliament know that we care and we are watching and we want a just solution for refugees now in 2016.
The reason why we created this video is that we would have a tangible thing to share within our community. So please, I would like for you guys to comment, like and share the video and to show our support to solve this issue. The recent High Court decision of turning children and women back to Nauru, what does that mean to you?
Well, what it means to me, the reason why I'm here is because I've got 3 grandchildren. Another one was born last week. Everyone's saying how wonderful, wonderful. But then I look at the photos of the children and babies that are about to be sent back. I have to protest that.
We can't rely on justice anymore, on our laws, our courts. The 2 big parties in this country actually changed this law to make it possible for them to carry out these cruelties. These people have to linger and suffer in those moldy tents.
It means that I'm part of this government and I have to take responsibility for the way in which we treat people that have come from war-torn countries and legitimately have reason to stay here in this beautiful country which doesn't actually support too many people at the moment and has plenty of room for people if we do it right.
The whole policy is based on a lie. The people I know who have been to Nauru, who have come from Nauru, also Manus Island. I know how bad it is. In addition, I've been working with asylum seekers for, I think it's 13 years now.
It means that the government doesn't care and that children are made to be porn when they're not supposed to be. Children should be seen and heard, not seen and not heard.
I don't understand how anybody could send to live in conditions that are completely unsuitable. Either I don't live on the planet in the right way or something I just don't get about people.
The government in here has no legal standing because my people have never ceded any traditional nation. We've not been conferred on about the refugee status, and if we were, we would take them into our traditional land, as is our custom. That's from an Indigenous point of view, but just from a humanitarian point of view, I think it's disgusting that a government would turn away people who are undergoing such critical human rights abuses. I think that's absolutely appalling.
What would you say to the politicians of Australia and the people of Australia who actually support this decision?
It's really simple what I would say. Yeah. Go and stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself that you are okay to go to bed tonight knowing that there are young children, women, men, youth who are scared for their lives. You have been willing to sign a piece of paper to say it's okay for you to live like rats in a sewer, but it's also fine for me to go home and live comfortably.
They need to probably really think about why they're in politics and if they're really doing the best for humanity or are they doing the best for themselves and for party to stay in power. They need to look at a more compassionate solution and fix this mess that we're in, even if it takes time.
If they were themselves part of this refugee group, what would they think then? Well, how would they feel if their own babies were exposed to cruelty like that?
Well, I would urge them to read the article that Waleed Ali put in the Sydney Morning Herald. The whole policy, going back all of these years, is based on a lie of protecting our sovereignty. The lie that the government of Nauru and the government of Papua New Guinea are acting independently. Malcolm Fraser, before he died, put it very well in an interview. When asked why he opposed mandatory detention, he said, if these people were white Zimbabwean farmers, do you think we'd lock them up for 1 minute?
They keep bringing up we're saving people from being drowned at sea. I think it's not an either-or situation. Actually, you're condemning these people, these children, to damage. If these people turned up on their doorstep in the middle of the night and needed a bed, I think most Australians would oblige and would say, please come in, have a cup of tea. What about all the fantastic refugees up in country towns that are helping the economy and setting up industries? So let's hear the other side of it.
Stop it. Women and children need to be protected and saved from perpetrators, pedophiles and all kinds of idiots. What the government should do is step in. All governments around the world should step in and save their citizens.
Seriously, this is not your country to make a decision on. You have not conferred with the traditional owners of this country on this issue whatsoever, and once more you are an illegitimate government, and I'll fight you on that. Eventually there will come a time where we take you to the World Court to prove that you are actually an invalid government. But I will fight you on the moral ground that you are putting people's lives at risk by your inhumane and human rights abuses. And I won't tolerate that as an Aboriginal person, and I won't tolerate that as a human being.